Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We got a very special video today, and that's about the race to the moon again. But it seems like the race to the moon was already won by the United States of America, who went over there, planted their flag over there. Nothing else to see over there, nothing else to do. Therefore, they didn't go there again after a while, right? So they went a few times, nothing. I say, what the hell? Now it's good, useless to go there, right? All right, no problem. But there is a little problem though. The Russians and the Chinese want to go there. And you would say, so what? Let them go. The problem is the Americans are afraid that once the Russians and the Chinese will plant their flags over there on the moon, they will claim the moon for themselves. Then what? Like they conquered it. And it's not only that, but it seems like the Chinese and the Russians want to build a station on the moon. Now, that's too much. So let's see what this article is about to say. Uh, this article comes from Next Shark, Yahoo, from July 5, 2022. China slams NASA's chief's claim that it is planning to take over the moon. All right. The head of NASA told the German newspaper Bild on Saturday that China and the US are in a new race to space, referencing the space race between the US and the Soviet Union between the 50s and the 70s. And I'm quoting, "We must be very concerned that Russia is landing on the moon and saying it's ours now and you stay out," Nelson said. Well, China and Russia are currently planning to team up and build a base on the moon called the International Lunar Research Station, which is expected to be operational by 2036. Okay, I might be alive by then. Which is expected to be operational by 2036. Okay, the base would enable scientists to conduct experiments and research on the moon and its resources, such as water. All right. Responding to Nelson's claim, Chinese Foreign Minister spokesperson Zhao Lijian accused NASA of ignoring facts. And I'm quoting, "This is not the first time that the head of the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration has ignored the facts and spoken irresponsibly about China," Zhao said. "The U.S. side has constantly constructed a smear campaign against China's normal and reasonable outer space endeavors, and China firmly opposes such irresponsible remarks," end quote. Huang Xinchen, a Chinese aerospace technology expert, criticized Nelson for his remarks about China, saying that Nelson, who was sworn in as the head of NASA in May 2021, acts more like a politician. Huang also referenced the 2011 Wolf Amendment, which prohibits NASA from cooperating with its Chinese counterparts. All right. So, however, several former NASA chiefs have expressed their dissatisfaction over the Wolf Amendment, which limits their cooperation with China. So, do the majority of the U.S. researchers in this field, including NASA officials who are willing to see more interactions with China in space. The majority of academicians across the world still wish for the successful construction of China's lunar base. China and Russia have reportedly stressed in the past that their joint lunar base would be open and inclusive. Okay. It says here that for the U.S. to cooperate with China, which would include receiving samples that China's Chang'e probe has acquired from the moon, the Global Times noted that the country would first need to repeal both the Wolf Amendment and the Cox Report, the latter of which accused China of covert operations within the U.S. during the 1980s and 1990s. Like the Americans did not do that. It's unbelievable. Now, let's see. So the Chinese and the Russians, in the name of science and global, I don't know, scientific community, want to go to the moon. All right. They don't ask Americans for anything. It seems like the Chinese are prohibited to cooperate with Americans because Americans don't want to cooperate with them. Nevertheless, they have the Russians, and they will try to do something. The Americans seem to be very concerned about it. That means that they really expect them to go. Let's say the Romanians would say, hey, we're going to go to the moon and we're going to build over there 3 Dracula castles. Everybody would say, okay, go ahead, Romania. Why? You don't have the technology, you don't have the resources, and besides, what are you going to do there? What? Open a theme park, Dracula theme park? You know what I mean? So, but these guys are concerned with Russia and China, though, because they know they have the resources, they have the technology, and oh my God, what if they put over there a lunar, whatever, research center? You're gonna put another one. What's you're gonna start shooting, and one another on the moon? Oh man. Anyway, but think of this. I mentioned this movie again. I mentioned before, and I will mention it again. The movie, it's called Idiocracy. Please watch that movie. It might look very, very dumb, but because it's about a dumb country, that it's a parody about how America, United States of America, might become in the future if it continues its how should I put it, lowering its standards and devaluing its requirements, like basically becoming a childlike society. Please watch that movie. It's a parody, it's a comedy. Half of the mouth cries, the other one is laughing. Because if you look at the trends here, we're going that way. Definitely we're going that way. The thing is, what I'd want to mention over there is the same thing as I mentioned before. There's a guy who got frozen for I don't know how many years, and then when he wakes up, gets unfrozen from a military research thing. He's the smartest person in the United States, which he wasn't kind of not a very smart here when he was frozen. So when he comes over there, he's the smartest. The problem is when he was the scientists then were more involved and more concerned about the erection, the capability of the male erection, and then to any scientific research programs. And this was their focus. Instead of researching something meaningful, they were looking at an orangutan having an erection for a number of minutes or hours, and everybody was happy about it. That was their concern. Now this is what I see here. America is concerned about what pronouns to use, what I identify as, if I can swim over there, if I can't swim over there, if it's systemic this, systemic that, in this, if I'm discriminated, if you're discriminated, if you were discriminated, if 3,000 years ago my ancestors were discriminated by your ancestor, you owe me, no, I owe you. This is what it is. And they don't do anything else. This is what they research in cutting these things off, adding this and whatever. This is. On the other hand, you have the Chinese and the Russians who want to go to the moon. So these guys here are with the orangutan, with the erection, and those guys over there are with the real science. It makes me jealous because what are we going to do here? Hypersonic missiles, we can't even build them. A week ago, another test failed for hypersonic missiles. The Chinese, the North Koreans, and the Russians have them. The United States lags behind a year, or the Russians already used it in a war in Ukraine, and we didn't even test them, successfully. That tells me something. It's going down. But we got the right people over there, the approved people, the equity people over there. They call it here like diversity hires. I don't want that. I want the smartest person if it's about that. I want the most courageous where it belongs. I want the guy with the biggest this when he belongs. I don't want the one with the biggest this to be the research director or the prime scientist. If he has this and this, yes. But I don't want to put the guy with this somewhere where you need this, and vice versa. Someone with needs this and got just this. No. And here's, okay, you belong to the right group. Okay, you go ahead and you stay over there because maybe your ancestors, 50,000 years ago, I don't know, did something to some, maybe. This is what's going on. We cut our feet. We shoot ourselves in the foot here. And those guys want to go to the moon. And we claim, oh my God, what if they want to? Why don't you go to the moon? Oh, you can't? Why not? Didn't say, Trump said, oh, we're going to put someone on the moon. It was a good idea. Everybody was like, what was wrong about it? Well, because it was Trump. There you go. So because it was Trump, which looked ridiculous or something, oh my God. But the other ones don't care about how you look. Just go to the moon. Jesus Christ. This is an example. And now they're just trying to, oh, you want to put over there, you're going to take over the moon. So what? Why don't you do that? Oh, you can't? It's okay. What's your preferred pronoun? Oh, okay, I got it. That's more important than technology. That happens everywhere here, and it's advertised as if it's the new dogma, new scripture, like a religion. That's okay. They will go to the moon or wherever they will go, and we will be politically correct, and we will address one another according to our preferred pronouns and names. Tomorrow I want to be Napoleon. The next day I want to be someone else. The next day I want to be who knows what. And you got to respect that, because that's the way I feel that day. Okay? And then I'm entitled of someone owes me something. That's another thing here. Oh, someone owes me something. Someone did something to someone else or to me that I perceive it as it's done to me. This is our society. Is it going up? This experiment that occurs here right now, this is going to fail. You know what's going to fail? The experiment is going to succeed, but the country is going to die. It's the same when you go and the doctor comes, the surgeon comes and informs the family, you know what, family? The surgery was a success, but the patient died. Everything was clear and nice, but the patient died. So which one is more important? The patient to succeed or the procedure? The procedure was perfect. The patient did not make it. What do I care about your procedure? I care about the subject. The same here. We care about the procedure. The procedure will succeed. We're going to be perfect at dressing, however, but we're going to be poor as, or even worse. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.